Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Steve coming at you. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great Easter. Happy Easter Sunday. He is risen. He is risen indeed. For those of you who are believers, it is the day that Jesus rose from the cross and saved us all from sin. Actually, that day was the day he died, but the third day was the day he proved that he was the Messiah. So for those of you who are believers, happy Easter. For those of you who are not, I hope you find your belief, because it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And with that being said, I want to get on to a story that's recent in the news, and it's really kind of heartbreaking. It actually is sad because it's about sports, but it's also about culture, and it's about politics. It kind of ties them all together. Now, y'all know the NBA has long since gone woke. The NBA is big time into the whole BLM movement and all the woke SJW politics that come with that. And they, as a result, they have lost an enormous amount of viewership and money with their woke brand of sports. Now, they don't seem to care that much because they got their hand in China's pocket. China is not our friend. They're not doing us any favors. They're using all of the stuff they see going on with the NBA and the woke actions of the NBA to promote how much better their brand of politics, which is totalitarianism, including the silencing of certain groups. China came out recently, I talked about this previously, and said that homosexuality was a sickness or an illness. They've got Uyghur Muslims in China in concentration camps. Essentially, that's what they are. China is essentially the modern day Nazis of our time. And the NBA is more than happy to take money from those guys. They don't have any problems with the injustices taking place there. LeBron James doesn't seem to have any problems with the injustices taking place there. And so that's the way they've decided to go. Now, the MLB, the Major League Baseball organization, their union president came out because of the voting, new voter rights law that was passed in the state of Georgia. Major League Baseball is supposed to hold the All-Star game in Atlanta, and that was supposed to happen here shortly. And what they decided to do instead, because the union president came out and said how there are players who are upset about this new law and how it's voter suppression, and I'll get into that in a minute. That's all BS, but I'll get into that in a minute. And so now the MLB, the president of MLB, I forget the guy's name, he came out and he said that the MLB will not be holding the All-Star game. Major League Baseball will not be holding the All-Star game in the state of Georgia. They bowed to the woke mob. They bowed to the woke mob, and the same thing that's happened to the NBA is going to happen to Major League Baseball. Here's a sad thing, guys. Major League Baseball used to be America's pastime. Some people still consider it such. It's more so now football, NFL football. But Major League Baseball is still a very, very big deal. Makes a lot of money, generates a lot of money all across the country. And now you've got that sport deciding they're going to go the way of the NBA. And I just heard a story recently. I want to shout out to Black and White Sports, where they've already estimated that without that All-Star game being held in Atlanta, that the city of Atlanta is set to lose about $100 million. Now, while they're bending the knee to the woke mob, I'm sure there are a lot of black-owned businesses in Atlanta, considering Atlanta, I believe, is 55% black, that are going to be hurt by this decision. And so now they are going to miss out on that $100 million. I think there's 8,000, according to what the Black and White Sports guys reported. John Matrix reported, shout out to John, that there are 8,000 hotel rooms that are going to be needed now because they're not holding the All-Star game there. That's a lot of money to lose over something so stupid and petty. Getting back to this new voting bill, this new voting law, and they're talking about how it's voter suppression, but they won't tell you how it's voter suppression. Somehow it's voter suppression and it hurts black people. And because, and my main question when I looked at this thing was, well, what is in the bill that hurts black people? And one of the things that the bill requires is that people show their IDs to prove who they are when they show up to the polls. Somehow this is supposedly racist. I am deeply, as somebody who was born and raised in Georgia, I was born and raised in Augusta, Georgia. As somebody who was born and raised in Georgia, I am deeply offended. all my family and friends and people I grew up with, all my fellow Georgians. Now, I've been in California forever. Grew up in California. That's my home. That's where my mom is, my brother and my sister. But my family that's still there, people I knew growing up, they're still there. Y'all should be big time. And most of the people I know who are still there are all black. 99% are black. Y'all should be offended. Because what they're saying is we're not smart enough to figure out how to get ID in order to be able to vote. Now, I don't know what makes us so intellectually inferior to white folks who can figure out how to get IDs and vote, but somehow black folks ain't able to do that. Y'all need to start saying this and stop taking this narrative in the media that, oh, well, it's because the white man's. No, if they're saying that it's voter suppression because you don't know how to get an ID in order to vote, they're saying you're too stupid to figure out how to get an ID and vote. That black folks just can't figure it out, or it's too much of a burden, or we shouldn't have to require that they do that because it's just too hard for those poor little black people to figure that out. Man, y'all getting punked by a bunch of liberal, white, racist, and ignorant black folks. And you should just decide from this point forward, we not having it no more. We not having it. Don't let people treat you like this. You're better than this. We're better and stronger people than this. As for the MLB, I'm not a big baseball guy anyway, so they ain't going to get none of my money. For those of you who love baseball, I feel for you. But the only way to get these people to understand what they're doing is wrong is to hit them in the one place they care about, and that's in their wallet. That's the only color they seem to care about is green. At the same time, as I understand it, the Major League Baseball has just recently gotten into a contract with a company that's owned by China or basically backed by China. See, they're taking the NBA model. America bad, China good. So if they have to lose a few $100 million or $1 billion from the U.S., if they can make it up with the Chinese, it's all good. Because they care about that Chinese cash, that Chinese cheese. That's what they want. Don't let that happen to the rest of our sports. NFL, you better recognize NBA's ratings are lower than WWE ratings. That is hilarious. Wrestling's got better ratings than NBA right now. Major League Baseball, same thing's about to happen to you because you messed up. You effed up, guys. You start bowing the knee to the woke mob and start coddling China, same thing's going to happen to you. NFL, you better recognize the PGA already came out and said they're not moving the Masters. So somebody had the balls to stand up and not fall for this stuff no more. NFL, you better recognize, you better not let it happen to you. Major League Baseball, if you had any brains, you would do a quick reversal on this. NBA, already given up on y'all. Y'all let LeBron James and all the stupid woke-ass athletes over there destroy your league. You're going to have to deal with it. With that, guys, if you like what I said, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you dislike what I said, give me a thumbs down, leave a comment. I'd like to hear from you either way. Please like the video, share this video, comment on the video. I look forward to talking to y'all again soon. Y'all take care. And again, happy Easter.